So this is a really quick and dirty tutorial on setting up QNext to transfer files between at least two people. We're going to assume that you've got QNext installed on your computer and it's running properly. Your first window that comes up when you start QNext is your login window. So if you've already got an account set up, you can just pick it from this list, enter your password, and go ahead and sign in. We're going to create an account. So you just enter your username, pretty much any username you want. You can choose to not display your email address. Now that you have your account set up, you can actually sign in just by entering your password here. You can have more than one account. Okay, now that you're signed into QNext, we're going to try to connect to a user. Now we're going to assume that you have a user ID for an account that you want to connect to. So we go to Add Contact. When you're adding contacts, you can use your user ID from QNext. Or you can also enter contacts directly out of your contacts from any of the messenger services, or your address book from mail programs, or an existing email address. So you can enter a user ID here. If you don't know the user ID, you can actually search for it. So you can search for a username, and it will, and QNext will send you results, including the user ID. But we know our user ID, so we're going to go ahead and enter it in here. Right away it shows you that you've actually connected to your contact. Okay, we're going to set up a file transfer between our new account and the new contact. You can choose to automatically accept files from this contact when your new contact tries to send you things. We're going to select a file to send. It's just going to be a simple text document just for a demonstration, and that's it. Just choose it out of the list, and it is pending the accept from the contact. Now if that contact had automatically accept files, then you wouldn't have to wait for that pending. You can close this window and the transfer will go ahead. And here we see the file has been accepted and successfully transferred. If you expect the contact to be sending you files, it's a good idea to automatically accept them, just in case the files are big. You might as well let them start transferring right away. And here we're showing a file being sent from the contact. It's waiting for acceptance from you. A simple click, and another successful transfer. Now all of this can be automated by simply clicking automatically accept files. You can delete files with your delete key off your keyboard. And there was a file transfer with automatically accept files being selected. The file was transferred with no intervention from me as well at all. Now we're going to try setting up what they call QNext zone. So this is a simple way of sharing an entire folder off your computer with a selected contact. If you want to broadcast this zone to web browsers, which means you can give it to a contact who isn't running QNext, you can select. Okay, we're going to add files. We're going to use an entire directory off my desktop, drag it over into the zone. You can select whether your users can upload, download, or erase files. Name the zone. You can decide whether it's going to be included in searches. Those are QNext searches. Add a description if you like. Now you choose which of your contacts will have permission to use this zone. When you share a zone, QNext sends a message to your users. And that's it. That zone is now ready to go. The message has been sent to the contact telling them that the zone is available to them. Under your account, you can see how many zones you have shared at this point. And beside the zone, it would tell you how many people are connected, including yourself. There's now 2 people connected to that zone. The contact has connected. The contact has permission to write to this zone, and he has sent a small text document out. You do have to refresh your list to see anything that's changed. It doesn't refresh automatically. I'm going to show you now what happens when somebody else is sharing a zone with you. Let's assume that you're just logging in to QNext. And as soon as you get logged in, and QNext starts up, I don't know if you noticed the little chat balloon flash there real briefly, but if you look down on your taskbar in Windows, you'll see the chat window is flashing. It's actually it's just a message window. It's not necessarily chat. You're not actively chatting with anybody, but you can see that your contact has shared a zone with you. It shows the name of the zone and tells you how to connect to it. It'll also allow you to connect to it via the web without QNext running. But if you connect to the zone by using the link in your message, it automatically connects, and you can see we are now connected to a zone. Clicking on File inside the zone, you can right-click, gives you a few options. New folder if you have write permissions. Just click on Receive, and down at the bottom you can see you have your queue, shows the file, size, the speed that it's transferring at. A bit of information for you. If you've got write permissions for the zone, you can actually just drag a file directly from your desktop into the zone, and assuming the contact has automatically received files selected on their machine, the new file will automatically transfer. You can delete files, you can remove them from your transfer list. Right click on the file here, you get some options, and you can just remove it from there. Well, that's pretty much everything you need to know to get started with QNext. Hopefully that helps you out. I think it's a very easy way to share large files, and it's definitely worth giving a try.